everyone, and welcome. Today I had a fun make. This is a window frame, or it could be a door. I think I'm more using it as a door. And I got the pattern from Cricut and I cut it out on some Bristol smooth paper. And I'm using this stamp that I've had for a long time. It's wood green, and then some Archival ink in the color Pebble Beach. And the stamp is big enough that I can go across it in one, but I stopped right at the bottom, so I would do the bottom in another press. And I do add a few more stamps up top to give it a little more. But I thought it turned out really good as far as wood grain door. I really liked it. So I'm just adding a few more little pieces of edging. I like that the stamp, the edges are a little less grainy so that you can add something in like that. And I was trying to decide between two colors to do the inking on, the blending, and I did decide and went with pumice stone. I think the weathered wood would have looked a little too blue for this situation anyways. So I'm just adding some distress inking just to all over the door. And then I'm going to take some vintage photo in the mini dabber or the mini blending tool and just do around the window panes and around the outside. This is really quite an easy piece. I had cut the windows out before and I was trying to think, okay, what can I do? And I just thought, well, I'll just make it look like they're posing, and this couple just looked perfect. This paper dolls. Okay, so I'm done doing the distressing, and I want to make a tree that is going to go behind the window, that you'll like be looking through the window and see a Christmas tree. And I really didn't have any really great Christmas tree green. And I kind of like having different greens in the house, like for Christmas. Like I really decorate my Christmas tree in a apple green kind of theme. The tree is dark green, but most of the ornaments are a lighter green, and that's kind of where I tend to move. So I'm using some greens. I have bundled sage, crushed olive, and then this stencil I recently placed an order at Simon Says Stamp, and I purchased the, or was it Ranger? I think it was Simon Says Stamp, because you could purchase a surprise package for $30, and you didn't know what you would get, but this stencil was one of the things that I got in it. And so as you can see, I put that piece of paper onto my Cricut mat and cut it out just with one of the trees available, and I really liked this one. And so now I'm just kind of distressing the edges. You're not going to see the whole thing, so you're just going to get glimpses of it. So I really wasn't concerned with the tree looking perfectly painted. Now this is a stamp from the Grunged Stampers Anonymous, and I thought it would be perfect to either have it look like lights on the tree or ornaments on the tree. So I stamped down a couple times with the embossing pad. It's a Versamark. And then I put on there some gold embossing powder. Now it looks brown here, but it's gonna be like a really nice gold. And I got this one from Ranger, I'm pretty sure. And although it doesn't really say Ranger on it that I could see, but I'm pretty sure that's where I got it. So emboss it, and the gold just is a really nice shiny gold. I was pleasantly surprised first time I used it. So the tree is just going to go behind the window. And then I'm going to put a couple things from the Christmas 2024 Layers pack from Tim Holtz. And then a couple things from the Ephemera pack. And you can tell the difference because the layers are shiny and thicker, and the Ephemera pack is not shiny. So the wreath and the people are layers, and the other three pieces are the Ephemera pack. And I'm going to be doing some coloring with some distress crayons, and so I'm just using my finger to add some collage matte medium. I wish I would have used my silicone brush because that just gives it a nicer, smoother finish. You can't really tell from these pictures, but when I put it at a certain angle, I can tell. And so his coat, I thought, would be a little green, just not real green. So I do add a little bit of water to my finger just to kind of smooth it out so it's not quite the bright green. Just a little bit, just so it doesn't look so black and white. I do put a little bit of worn lipstick on her cheeks. Actually, I put more than her cheeks because I figure she's standing out in the cold. Maybe she's turned a little red. And then I give her jacket just a touch of the Victorian velvet, is that right? Crayon. You can't really tell a lot. Well, you can tell, but you wouldn't look at it and say, oh, it's got a color on it, because it kind of, it's very, very subtle. And then her handbag gets just a touch of brown. And I forgot what brown I have, but I'll list it in the description. And then her shoes get a little brown. And yes, I gave her hair a little brown as well. So I hadn't decided at that point if they're going to stand in front or behind, but they are going to stand in front of the door, posing for a picture with their Christmas tree in the background. And they're holding a sign wishing you a Merry Christmas. These are from the Ephemera Pack Christmas 2024. And as most people do at their front door, there's a little urn there with some poinsettias. And the wreath, which I also put some collage medium on, but I didn't do any coloring of it. So I have all my pieces together, and now it's just time to glue. And there they stand. So a very simple piece, just kind of layering some Tim Holtz products. I hope you enjoyed watching. I actually set mine up in a little metal frog. You'll see it in the picture. But if you haven't subscribed, please do, and give me a thumbs up. But have a great day.